Just a couple quick questions before I let you go. Now,
with my haircut.
Well, I was gonna ask you about that. Yeah, is this the 1991?
1990 look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we kind of want to shave the sides and kind of get you up and keep it long in the back. I'm like, I have the Vanilla Cyrus. I'm learning a new hairstyle.
So like a 1991 jock look.
I guess. My wife's getting a kick out of it.
Yeah.
And my family, they're loving those pictures.
Nice.
All I needed was the shaved V in the side with my 5.0.
There you go. So you've mentioned driving a Porsche. Do you actually get to drive a Porsche in the movie?
Get to drive a Porsche.
Have you done that yet?
Yeah. I have, yeah. We shot that already.
Nice.
Happily, they didn't have to call in the insurance money on that day. I was safe and had a good time. You know, the owner was there.
Okay.
And so I made a point of not meeting him beforehand because I didn't want to be looking
nervous
over my shoulder.
Right.
But hey, you know, it's like some birds are meant to fly, you know, and that
right.
baby's meant to be driven. So even though we were kind of in a big parking lot, but
sure.
I was getting on that thing.
Nice.
But that's the whole point.
Right.
Like he's
right.
in this rusty.
Right.
It works for the scene. Yes,
sure.
I'm an actor having a nice time in a Porsche, sure, but he's in this rusty, beat-up pickup truck, and I come in revving the engine on my twin turbo,
right.
and it's like beep beep. Like it's just turning the screws.
Right.
It's our job, and hopefully we're likable in doing it, but it's our job to get him to rock bottom. So we come in looking like the power couple who's made it, and he was supposed to have it. It just turns his screw that much harder, you know.
Now, who plays your wife in the movie?
Sarah Wright plays Jenny, and again, it's a role that's so challenging because you have to cast an inherently likable human being because she's going to come across as a gold digger.
Okay.
First, she's with Mr. Football, and that doesn't work out. Next time we meet her, she's with the NFL guy.
Okay.
And so Sarah she has such a sweet way about her. I don't even think the audience will think it because when you read it on the page, it's like, ooh, this could be, you could punish her for this, and they won't even think it because she's so sweet and so nice, and all of the things that you would think that homecoming queen, like top female of the high school would be.
Right. Now, out there, you're one of the main targets for Murphy's character, right?
Yeah.
So
you meant for the defense.
No, well, yeah, that too.
That too.
But so they've already scripted some plays. I assume you're going to catch a touchdown or something out there. So it's a little bit different than just executing a line. I assume you've got to make sure you make the catch, right?
Again, we're being really ambitious with what we want. I think it's a function of the fact they feel like Brian and I can pull it off, and that's a nice compliment until we get there and see what happens.
Okay.
But what they want to do is they really want to shoot it like in NFL films.
Sure.
Like it's a live play. They don't want to cut the camera. They're zoomed in, the quarterback, and then we back out and we see it happen live, throw the bomb, and I catch it. So it's like we all have to know our roles, where we're going. It has to look real. It can't look like the defense is letting me get open. The pass has got to be there. I got to catch it. We got to score. The camera's got to be in focus. There's so many variables to get a few of these things right. But again, that sells the authenticity of the storytelling. We have to believe he could be Mr. Football. We have to believe I could have an NFL career. And so we've been working with Mark Ellis and the director. You know, we've been choreographing some of these plays, playing to our strengths, and I can't wait to do it. Like we're all like this whole movie, both in storytelling and in the camaraderie of the guys, has been about let's get to the football. And so it's just nice that this is the weekend. Of course, I keep telling the producers, like, hey, a high school football game, it's 2 hours long and you're 18 years old. Now our football game takes 5 14-hour days and we're all 38. Let's just pick and choose our spots.
You know? Now Mark and Don have been saying all along, authenticity is huge because you watch a lot of other sports movies and you kind of lose it with the audience if it doesn't look real. So that's obviously important.
You have to be credible. And again, the bar, it's set high because it's a high school state championship game. At the same time, we're not trying to be, it's not like we're saying, hey, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're not trying to look like an NFL team. We're trying to look like a great high school football team that made a couple of great plays in this David Goliath story where the Cinderella team has a shot at the end. And I think that filmically and dramatically that all is going to work because we're all a sucker for Hoosiers, because at the end of the day it's not a sports movie. This is a character, it's a relationship movie set in the world of sports, and those are always the best ones.
Real quick, one last question. You recently did Night and Day with Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz. What was that experience like? 2 big stars, right?
Yeah, that 2 days of filming on that was the budget for this movie. That honestly, that couldn't have been a better experience. My expectations were so high. I'm a huge James Mangold fan, a huge Cruise and huge Diaz fan. Like, who isn't? But Mangold's such.
Here we go.
go. But Mango's such a great storyteller that I was just thrilled to have an opportunity to work with a director like that.
Right.
And to go there, it was open arms, and it was so collaborative and so creative. And Tom and Cameron, they couldn't have been cooler to me, both as human beings and as professionals. Like it's everything you want an experience to be. And on top of that, it feels pretty good to do your close-ups and have Tom Cruise give you the Need for Speed high five afterward.
Yeah.
That's like a story for your buddies.
Right,
It's like, okay, that's a cool moment in my life,
Exactly.
you know?
Have you had a chance, I'm sorry, one more question. Have you had a chance to get out and go to a restaurant or check out the nightlife here?
Yeah, you know, I have some, but I got in only, boy, 4 or 5 days before.
Okay.
I drove from LA.
Okay, wow. Wow.
And I didn't want, I'm not a hotel
That's a long
person,
drive.
so I wanted to actually stay in a local place, and so I'm doing it that way. So it's actually great because I'm not cramped in a hotel room where I'm seeing the people I work with all day long. And I like them, and I want to spend time,
Sure.
and that's important for the film,
Right.
that we have those kind of friendships. But at the end of the day, that's the beauty of being on locations, to get a chance to visit and meet new people that aren't in our business, that could give a crap about Hollywood and actors and all of those things, and sit and really kind of sink into a new place and see what it has to offer. And so this weekend, because we're obviously on nights now, we have to stay on nights. So this weekend's going to be my first time to kind of get into town more, and be able to go out with everyone and explore a little bit. Yeah.
All right, Mark, thanks so much for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you
Have
so
fun
much.
out there.